Hello! Welcome to episode 34 of Joy's World The Podcast. Guys, again, I'm not on a rant this week, but I am just airing my feelings and my vagina. I have been hearing a lot of different things about the Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion song WAP, which stands for wet ass pussy. It doesn't sound right in a British accent, no, like wet ass pussy. It don't sound right. But yeah. I wasn't really okay, so I wasn't gonna talk about it, but I've seen so much that has actually just got me a bit annoyed, so I thought, you know what, might as well talk about it, do you know what I mean? Because, like, I can. So, basically, some people have been saying, oh, it's not a good song, you know, you shouldn't be talking about that, don't talk about your pussy, it's not right, it's not okay. Okay, sorry, apologies to any Irish people that's listening. I'm really sorry. If you're Irish and you're listening, can you just message me and let me know, because that would be interesting. I know we got Australians that listen, we know this, but I don't know about any Irish, so let me know. But yeah, so people saying, like, it's, like, not good for the young girls listening and all this shit, but in my humble opinion, I think that women should be able to talk about what the fuck they want to talk about, and also raise your own fucking kids, do you know what I mean? Like, we can't look at Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion to be raising our daughters. Hello? You gotta raise your own kids. Like, it's not their business. Cardi B has her own daughter, yeah, called Jack, yeah? She's raising her own daughter, so you raise your own daughter. It's not their fault. It's not by force that your child must listen to it. It's not by force, so just make your child, live under a rock. And obviously, we're not talking about kids. We're talking about, like, teenagers and stuff. But at the end of the day, it's not for teenagers. Do you know what I mean? Like, everything is not for everybody, as I always say. And yeah, I think it's a fantastic song. I love it. I think it's a great song to sing along to and to dance to. Do you know, like, when I listen to Megan Thee Stallion, because I've got a newfound love for Meg Thee Stallion, honestly. Like, I did not rate her really. Like, what was her? So when she had Savage, I'm a savage, classy, boozy, yeah. I was like, yeah, I like this song, but I wasn't like 100% like love. I was kind of like, yeah, it's good. And now I'm like, nah, do you know what? I love her. I love Captain Hook. I love that song. Can someone tell me, this is people that listen to Meg Thee Stallion, right? Captain Hook, is it Sweetie on the hook? Because I'm like, it sounds like her, and I'm sure it's her, but it doesn't say that it's featuring anybody. Sorry, that's a sidebar. If you know, then you know. If you don't know, then you don't know. Everything is not for everyone. But yeah, love Meg Thee Stallion, love Captain Hook. I love and the girls in the hood are always hard ever since. Oh, I love that. I love her. She makes me feel like a bad bitch, and I'm not. I'm not a bad bitch at all. I'm quite good, actually. I'm quite good. But yeah, I feel like women being able to speak about sex and speak about their experiences is good. You know me, I'm all about talking about vaginas here. And I am sick and tired of people trying to rain on my parade. Shout out to Duffy. Do you know that song, like, you're gonna rain on my parade? No, I won't take it again. And I'll keep raining. But if you know, then you know. I love Duffy. I just love her. But yeah, like, people try to rain on your parade, and people try to make out like we can't talk about sex. It's, so taboo. Get the fuck over it. Get over yourself. Get over it. How do you think you got here? For fuck's sake. I'm sick and tired of it. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes I'm like, oh, Joy, maybe tone down speaking about sex. No. Do you know what? No. We all do it, you know. I've got a child. Obviously, I did it once only. Obviously, I'm a good girl. But we all did it. Like, so everyone just needs to calm down, relax. I understand if you don't want to talk about it with your mother. Okay, fine. But seriously, like, calm down. It's just not that deep. Like, it's really not that deep. So everyone leave Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion the fuck alone. Like, let them talk what the fuck they want to talk about. Raise your own fucking kids. Like, don't look to celebrities to be raising your children for you. Don't fucking make sense. Yeah. You had sex in the first place in order to have your baby, so what the fuck? Well, actually, that might not be true. Because we know there are ways now to have children without intercourse. So I take that back. But you know what I mean. You get the gist. Yeah, so that's how I feel about what. Get a bucket and a mop for this wet ass pussy. Oh, it's great. It's fantastic, guys. Go and listen to it. I also wanted to talk about being sex confident. I feel like if women actually get inspired by these songs, then isn't that a good thing? Like, why is that a negative? Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like as women sometimes, like, and I know people who are not like sex confident, and I just feel like once we as women know what we like, what we don't like, what we're willing to do and what we're not willing to do, then life will be a lot better. We've kind of got to know our own boundaries, do you know what I mean? And also know what we enjoy. And I feel like a lot of the time women are pressured to do things to please a man, and that's not what sex is supposed to be about. Like, you're both supposed to enjoy it. And I literally, like, you know, I know people that are not enjoying it and they're doing it because the person wants them to, and I've literally said to them, like, no, bruv, you need to tell them, bruv, don't do that, bruv. I didn't say it like that, but yeah, no, I think, like, we all need to be more sex confident. Do what the fuck you want, don't do what the fuck you don't want. Like, it's literally as simple as that. And enjoy it and use a condom. Isn't it funny? I heard somewhere that someone said, how come we can get condoms for free but we can't get masks for free? Sorry, it's quite funny. It's true, but also funny. So I have been putting off going for my cervical smear for a year. I don't know why, but I think deep down I was probably just scared. I don't know what I'm scared of, but I was scared. And literally, like, I was supposed to have it when I was 25. I'm now 26. And it's now at the point where the doctors are, like, calling me. Like, Joy, you haven't had your smear. You haven't had your smear. Okay, fine, I'll have my fucking smear then. So, yeah, I finally put on my big girl pants, or took off my big girl pants, and went to the doctors and got a smear done. And do you know what? I felt like such an idiot. Why are you such an idiot? It was absolutely fine. I swear to God, I didn't even feel it. I didn't even feel nothing. Like, she was like, I'm putting the speculum in. Okay, I could feel that. And then next thing I knew, it was done. Like, it was absolutely fine. Like, I was waiting for the pain. And I was thinking, where's the pain? Where's the pain? See, people try to put you off. Do you know what I mean? Shout out to you. You know who you are. I have a particular friend that tells me, it's fine, just do it, but it hurts a little bit. No, it didn't hurt a little. It didn't even hurt a little bit. Someone else, I think my sister told me as well, like, oh, make sure you take a paracetamol before you go. Oh, please. It was fine. Like, it was absolutely fine. So, ladies, go and get your smears done. Don't be an idiot like me. It's absolutely fine. It doesn't hurt at all. If you can put a dick inside you, you can definitely have that done. Like, it's absolutely fine. If you don't take a paracetamol for a 10-incher, then you don't need to take a paracetamol for that. It wasn't that bad, honestly. It was fine. But yeah, so that was that happened. I wanted to talk to you guys about some more blind people problems that I was having. I went to a well-known opticians. When you think of an opticians, think of an opticians, right? It's that one. I'm not going to say the name, but it's that one. And I had a terrible time. I had just a terrible experience, and I was just like, I felt so disabled and so different, and it was unreal. And I was like, it got to the point where I had to literally like say something to the manager at the end, because I was like, this is disgusting. Like, you are an optician's. Like, why am I, as a visually impaired person, feeling like this in an optician's? It don't make sense, please. So I went there with my mum and Janelle and my niece, and because my mum had the buggy, they couldn't come upstairs with me, and so that was fine. I was like, oh, that's fine, I'll just follow somebody up there, you know, like, if, because obviously Caro, they were all wearing masks, there was all these like clear screens around and stuff like that, and I get it. People don't want to like guide you, like physically touch you, so I get it. I said, that's fine, I'll follow behind someone, you know. And even that was a bloody struggle. Like, they just didn't know what to do. It was almost like they were like, oh, they looked at me, they looked at my stick, they looked at my mum, and they was just like, oh, well, she can go with you if she wants. It was like, no, it's fine, like, it's fine, I'm a big girl. So anyways, I went upstairs with this guy, I was following him, and when I got up there, he spoke to the woman behind the desk upstairs, and she was looking at me and looking at him, and she was like, what? And there was kind of not whispering, but just speaking quietly, like, why is she here? Why did you bring her up here? She needs to come up here. Is she okay? So what does she need? Does she need an eye test? I was like, excuse me, I'm here and I can hear you, I'm fine, like, yes, I'm here, whatever. Do you know what I mean? And she was like, and then I think they was embarrassed, innit? Because obviously I could hear them and you're talking about me and I'm standing right there like, sorry. So then when she was talking to me, like, asking me my name, my date, my address and all that, and then she was like, oh, I'm really sorry about earlier. I wasn't trying to be rude. I just didn't understand why he brought you upstairs when you could have done it downstairs. And I was like, well, it's all right. You know, my legs are working, aren't they? And so, yeah, so then she was like, I could take a seat in the waiting area. Take a seat. I was waiting. Then the next person called me. I spoke to so many staff members at that opticians, right? The next woman called me. She was very patronising, and just, you know, like when someone's just, I don't know if it was just her tone of voice, I don't know if that's how she always speaks, but it was patronising. And basically, yeah, she did like my pre-test and put me back in the waiting area, but actually she couldn't be bothered to guide me back to the other waiting area, so she put me on like some chair right near the desk, and then I was hearing all their conversations. I was waiting for like 45 minutes, yeah, and then they started talking about how they had hash brownies on the weekend. They was all giggling and gossiping about it, and I'm sitting here thinking, this is really unprofessional, but okay, allow it, I'll let you live, innit? We've all tried a hash brownie, ain't we? I mean, obviously I haven't, because I'm a good girl, but I'm sure you guys listening have. So yeah, they were talking about that, and then she was saying that there's brownies in the staff room, like normal ones, I hope, not hash ones. And then this guy came, and he was the guy that was doing my actual eye test, and she was like to him, oh, whatever his name is, go to the staff room and have some brownies. And he was like, yeah, I've got one more patient and then I'll do it. And then she was like, oh yeah, but they're gonna get cold, like just go to the staff room. And he was like, no, I'm going to do this last person. She was like, okay, fine. Then he goes, Joyado? And I'm thinking, rotted. So, like, literally, I'm sitting there right in front of them, and you're telling the man to go and get brownies rather than do my eye test when I'm sitting there. I can hear you telling him to go and eat a brownie. So a brownie's more important than me, bruv. Are you mad? No. So anyways, so he was like, Joyado, and I was just getting my stick out, and then he just walked off, and then I was just standing there like, really, guys, really? Then this other girl came that worked there, and she was like, oh, just this way. Then she like showed me where to go, and then he was just asking me stupid questions, not even stupid questions, but he was just trying to be like nosy into my business about, oh, so what's your problem with your condition? Shut up, don't fucking talk to me, idiot. Just do my eye test and let's go. So I saw him, then I had to go downstairs, and at this point I was just fuming, because the way they was treating me upstairs, first of all, they acted like I was invisible. Like, if you guys know what I look like, yeah, those of you that have seen me, or you must have seen me, because if you listen to the podcast and you could see my picture, I'm not blending into the walls, am I? Like, I am big and fat and round with a pimp stick. You ain't missing me. Do you know what I mean? So why they was trying to ignore me, I do not know. Why they was trying to act like I couldn't speak, I do not know. Because we all know what Joy's mouth can do. Do you know what I mean? So I was just like, nah, this is bad. So I went downstairs now. I had to wait to then pick out some glasses, and it was just terrible. Like, I genuinely felt like when I was upstairs on my own, I just felt very insignificant, and it was really bad customer service, and I didn't want to hear about them and their brownies. Like, I just felt like it was ridiculous, especially when you've got someone waiting there for so long, and it wasn't even busy. It was just ridiculous. It was almost like when other customers came, they started being professional, but when I was sitting there, they didn't care. Because, oh, she's just a blind girl, just ignore her. I really hated it. So, yeah, when I was downstairs and I was speaking to the store manager, he was actually really nice, and he gave me some free glasses. Yay! But, yeah, I mentioned it to him, and he was like, oh, thank you for letting me know. He was like, to be honest, we've got some new staff members, and the training has kind of taken like a toll. Like, it hasn't really been going well, and he said he's gonna speak to his staff, and hopefully next time I go there I have a really good experience, because he was like, this is like ridiculous. And I was like, yeah, like, as a blind person I should be able to come to an optician's to get glasses and feel comfortable and not feel like, you know, they've never met a blind person before. I'm really confused. But yeah, that was my little story. But I'm happy I got free glasses. Only had to pay £35 for the new ones. And I got the other ones for free. So, hey, every cloud has a silver lining and all that. But yeah, the moral of the story is blind people are not invisible. We can, most of the time, hear, unless you've got a dual disability, which happens, but we can hear, we can speak for ourselves, and you can address us. Like, don't be scared, innit? Like, what do you mean, is she here for an eye test? Yes, she is here for an eye test, bruv. Like, it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, it's really bad. And you know what the thing is, right, is things like that make you not want to go back. So like, now I wouldn't want to go to that optician's on my own, because I know that they're gonna like not treat me like well. And it literally, customer service is so important. Like, even in opticians, in a restaurant, anywhere you go, when you feel like, you know, looked after, and you feel like they're listening to you, you want to go back again, and you'll tell other people to go back. Like, people don't understand, like, you need to treat everyone with respect. Even, this is another thing that annoyed me, there was a lady, like an African lady, and she could speak English but not well, but she could speak some because she was answering, but she also had a guy, I think it was her son, with her. And anyways, like, the lady in the same opticians was like, basically, she just gave up on speaking to the woman, and she started speaking to the son and being like, so does she want a different frame? Tell her it's £15. Da, da, da. But this woman could speak some English, because I literally heard her. Do you know what I mean? And I'm like, people need to understand that you should, and I said this before in my last podcast, like, you always need to address the person. Like, even if he was going to translate for the lady, she still should have addressed the lady. She shouldn't have been like, she's sitting right next to him, and you're going, she. It's rude. Like, it's so rude. And the woman could speak English. Like, she could speak some English. She just didn't understand, like, all the jargon that this woman was coming out with. Do you know what I mean? It's actually painful. It's just painful. It's just annoying, and it's painful to hear that people just have no social awareness. It's just fucking ridiculous. They have no social awareness. It's just stupid. So if you work in customer service, just understand, whether the person can speak English or not, whether the person can see or not, whether the person can hear or not, you always direct your question into them. And whoever's with them, if they're helping them or interpreting for them, whatever, they will do so. You don't need to just speak to them. It's disrespectful and it's rude. And you all need to fucking grow up and learn that. Okay, Joy, calm down. No, this is why disability awareness training is very important. Because people just don't see us as people. They literally see us as a cane. or as a dog, as a guide dog, and that's it. They don't see us as people. They literally just see through us, and I'm just sick of it, and I'm going to keep speaking out about it, and I'm going to keep telling these organisations about themselves, because they need to train their staff. It's really not difficult. It's absolutely not difficult, and our money is just as good as anyone else's, so we deserve respect too. Anyways, that's it. That's all I've got to say. I hope this episode wasn't too ranty, but, you know, everyone needs to rant now and again. And this is my platform to rant. And you love it. Deep down, you love it. But, yeah, that's it. That's all I've got to say, I think. Wish me luck, because I am applying for something. So, fingers crossed, I get what I'm applying for. Remember to just look after yourselves, guys. Make sure you make yourselves happy, because no one else is going to make you happy. Trust and believe that. Remember to follow your dreams, and follow me on Instagram at World The Podcast. Follow me on Twitter at joyxoxo. Email me joyspodcast@hotmail.com. Get in touch. Let me know your comments, your feedback. I don't mind. Sonny, I don't mind. If you dance on a pole, that don't make you a hoe. If you know that song, then you know that song is by Usher. It's called Don't Mind. Such a lie. They do mind. But yeah, remember, guys, to stay happy and live your best life always. I love you for listening. Mwah.